Is it true that you passed on a David Lee Roth audition?
Yeah, I've had and or passed on some really cool gigs over the years, and some more recently than others. Post-Megadeth, I ended up for a short time being managed by Pete Angelus and Patrick Whitley, who actually came from the Van Halen camp and went with David Lee Roth and became Diamond Dave Management. You'll actually see Pete Angelus in the convenience store at the beginning of it. Was it California Girls or Gigolo? He directed those videos for David Lee Roth. He was his manager, and it so happened my lawyer shopped my demo tape that I did after Megadeth around to some management companies, and they loved what they heard, and they started managing me. The band was based around me and a drummer at the time, and we were having trouble getting singers, to be honest, and that's why we had a Swedish singer, and there was issues with him. He got deported, and we actually tried to get John Corabi. At the same time, Motley Crue was... I remember a meeting in Pete's office where he's like, I don't think we're going to get Corabi, man. Motley Crue offered him, like, Harley motorcycles and throwing money at him, and he won't leave the Scream. Eventually, he did. But it was right around that time period. But I digress. My whole band was in my living room one night, and the phone rang, and it was Pete Angelus, and he said, hey, Dave wants you to come over to his place in Pasadena, like, tonight. And, you know, Steve Vai had just left, and he needed a new guitar player. And I thought about it for a minute. Like, my band was right there in the living room, and I had this flash that I thought that he was going to end up in Vegas or something. I just wasn't vibing with his voice live, how he sang live. So I didn't really think it was something I wanted to do at the time, and maybe it was a mistake that I didn't do that. But Jason Becker went on to get that gig, and he was my buddy, so I was happy he got that. And years later, when I saw Jason Becker's documentary, I'm Not Dead Yet, actually, I kind of broke down. I've seen it a few times, but I really realized that if I would have taken that gig, Jason wouldn't have had that one chance to have that whole experience that he had.